Number 51 in the Radiance range is Misunderstood, from director Luigi Comencini, who did have The Sunday Woman earlier on in the Radiance film lineup, and this one was one of those movies where the synopsis didn't really jump off the page at me. It didn't inspire, like, oh, I know what this is going to be, it's going to be fantastic. It just kind of made me a little bit wary. But putting this one on, almost instantaneously, I was caught up with this story. We're following a British consulate in Florence, John, who at the start of this one is talking to a priest about the loss of his wife.
Ad Andrea, glielo dirò. Andrea è grande ormai. Non so ancora come, ma troverò il coraggio.
His wife has passed away. He has two young sons. We've got the elder of the two, Andrea, and we've got the younger one, Milo. And he is saying that Andrea seems stronger. He seems more capable, and he's going to tell him about the mother's passing. But because Milo's a little bit more frail, always perpetually ill, always seems to be getting mothered, that they're not going to tell him. And you basically have this family, this trio of men, of boys, dealing with the fact that they have got great grief and loss within their family, the miscommunication that they have, the inability to open up and share what they're really feeling and talk things through, and the misgivings that will lead throughout the film. But it's also mixed with this childlike quality of wondrous moments within the smallest moments of life, whether it just be riding their bikes really fast, bonding over something small, doing a task and trying to achieve a set goal that they've made up for themselves before something really hard just hits them, bringing them back to reality of what's going on. It has this almost roller coaster like effect of going through these emotions, incredible highs followed by devastating lows, and Comencini captures all of this, really putting together some fantastic performances. From the opening scene at the start, where we have our main character, Anthony Quayle, who plays John, subtly breaking down and relaying the facts to the priest. You can tell that he's a man who's going through grief. He is controlled and measured within that, but has definitely lost something within his life. And it's such a powerful performance that you can't help but feel for him and be drawn into the movie instantly. And it has these wonderful moments of this large palatial city house where they're staying, of this cinematography, of the nature of streams, of trees, of the flowers, of the garden, of kids just playing in it, and it just pops off the screen where we have these characters just moving through this world. But it goes back to the trio of these men as they make wrong decisions, as they choose not to tell each other things that are going on in their head, and how the grief kind of eats away at all of them, and it's so impactful.
Crede che io non gli abbia mai voluto bene? No, non può andarsene così senza che io gli abbia parlato.
There are small moments where you can be on a high with the kids as they're doing something really fun, and then there is this moment of realization of what has happened, which they blocked out their mind for a few minutes, and it just brings everything back, and it really just hits hard. And even when they get to the ending of the film, it just takes things further. It becomes a more heartbreaking and destructive tale for me, one that I will not watch often, but whenever I sit down to watch it, I will be drawn into this because it is just phenomenal. The performances are terrific here for everybody on board. Seeing the relationship between these male family members is great, because you get kind of three almost different age ranges where people are in their life. The youngest boy, Milo, is always demanding. He's always manipulative and controlling. He's always treated as he's ill. And you're never quite sure whether he is, or if it's just because he's the youngest son that he is more babied than the other one. Whereas you've got Andrea, who is pushed further into sort of make more complex and adult decisions earlier than he possibly should be, because he is trying to put across a persona that would be more interesting to his father, which is heartbreaking again.
Ma non gliel'hai detto che sei stato tu?
No. Hai visto, sono anch'io il primogenito.
Misunderstood is a terrific film. It's full of childlike wonder. It's full of grief and heartbreak. It's full of a family struggling to connect and deal with what's going on. It's got this beautiful cinematography as these kids just explore and make use of their surroundings in interesting ways. It focuses on the adult aspect of it, and a man who feels that he knows all the way to deal with things, but is deep down still suffering through grief himself and incapable of really dealing with this situation practically, which will hurt him more in the long run. A film that I was not super interested in going into it, which instantly captured my attention and wouldn't let go of me and put me in a roller coaster of emotions in this one. Amazing. You have to check this one out. Let's dive into the disc of Misunderstood and have a look at some of the extras. Here we are in the disc for Misunderstood. Let's go to the special features. First up, we have Michael Cement. In this archival interview, legendary critic Michel Cement discusses Misunderstood, why Comencini is an atypical Italian filmmaker, and how Italian popular cinema was later reclaimed and championed by French critics. This is filmed in 2021. It runs for 23 minutes, 41 seconds. Quite like this one because he focuses a lot on Comencini's early life, how he focused a chunk of his filmmaker on children as key actors or children-based stories, the critical impact that Comencini had. Next up, we have Pierre de Bernardi and Cristina Comencini. Shot in 2008, Luigi Comencini's daughter, Cristina, discusses the making of Misunderstood with co-screenwriter Piero de Bernardini, examining his experiences of working with Comencini on and off set and the enduring legacy of the film. This is again a great conversation that just jumps straight into it. I kind of like them when they focus on the writing process, about how they all kind of sat down in a room, one person wrote, they were just kind of throwing out ideas. Cristina discusses how it's her father's an absolute perfect movie to her, and it's almost autobiographical at certain aspects. Next up, we have A Child's Heart. This is a newly created video essay by filmmaker David Cairns, looking at Comencini's work and his affinity for childhood stories. This runs at 24 minutes, 51 seconds. And it's really good at picking out certain scenes within the film, highlighting them and how it kind of fits into the theory that the essay is projecting. And we have the trailer, which runs at 3 minutes, 18 seconds. There is a 32-page booklet included with this one, which has an essay by Manuel Lazic and an interview with Luigi Comencini from 1978. And that's the extras for Misunderstood. So there we have it. Misunderstood is out now. Yes, you need to pick it up. It is wonderful. It is not something that you're going to forget in an instant. It's going to stick with you for a while, because I can already feel my ideas and thoughts about this one kind of rattling around, and I feel like there's more to think about and explore in this one. Absolutely fantastic. You should pick this one up. So let me know your thoughts on this film in the comment box below, whether you love it, hate it, fall somewhere in the middle, whatever you think about this one. I can't wait to read your comments on this. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.